All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have a special meeting of the Dearborn Heights City Council, and today is August 22nd, 2023. It is right now 4:31 p.m. Madam Clerk, can you please take roll call?
Yes. Dave Abdallah.
Here.
Hassan Ahmad.
Here.
Mo Beydoun.
Here.
Nancy Bryan.
Here.
Robert Constant.
Here.
Ray Muscat is absent. And Tom Wenzel.
Here.
Mr. Chair, you have a quorum.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Our Pledge of Allegiance today is going to be led by George from the clerk's office. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Next up is our agenda approval.
Council Chair,
Councilman?
I move that the Dearborn Heights City Council approve the agenda of the special meeting,
August 22nd.
August 22nd, 2023, as submitted. Support.
Okay, motion made by Councilman Beydoun, supported by Councilman Constant. Any discussion?
Council Chair,
Councilman?
let me see real quick here. The special meeting, is that our closed session?
Yes, it
Is
is.
that this meeting we're talking about right here, that we're in right now?
We're going to go close.
This one is open meeting. We're going into a closed session.
Okay, all right.
All set?
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
All right, any other discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, motion carried. Next item on the agenda is public hearings and comment on agenda items only. Anybody from the public that has a comment on agenda item? Okay, hearing or seeing none. Anybody on Zoom? Nobody? Hearing and seeing none. Thank you very much. Next up, we have members of the public. First of all, comments from council members. Seeing none. Announcements from administration. At the next one.
I'll do that the next time.
And any public comments in the audience and on Zoom? Seeing none. Next up, we have a closed session requested by the mayor and administration. Item 15A. Can somebody make a motion?
Council Chair,
Councilman?
I move that the Dearborn Heights City Council move to a closed session at 4:34 p.m. so that the city council may discuss police personnel issues, which may include Mayor Bazzi, Corporation Counsel Farina, Human Resource Director Hazel, Police Chief Hart, Director Swope, and Director Vanderplow as outlined in 15-A.
Second.
Okay, motion made by Councilman Ahmad and seconded by Councilwoman Breyer. Any discussion on that?
Council Chair,
Councilman?
I don't believe that this closed session, designated as, police, what was it, police personnel issues, qualifies for a closed session. It doesn't specify if it's a contractual issues or some kind of personnel evaluation issues. I don't know, I defer to our clerk to let us know if this qualifies for a closed session.
Okay, I can tell you, Councilman, that per the mayor's initial request to me, it was in regards to personnel issues and evaluation with the police department, but I don't know the specifics. We just authorized it based on that. Clerk can speak, or Roger, do you have something else to add to that?
That would be an Open Meetings Act question, which is, I believe, is a legal question, on whether it falls under those guidelines.
Council Chair.
Yeah, I mean, contracts, negotiations, and evaluations do fall under Closed Meetings Act. But again, when we set the meeting, Councilman, we don't go into a full discussion as far as what the specifics of the meeting are. It's just the request is based on allowable closed session criteria.
Well, normally we discuss, it's more information than this, and plus, evaluation isn't up to city council to evaluate police officers. It's not a city council issue.
I like to tell you right now, it's in the police department, but I'm not gonna necessarily tell you it's a police officer specifically.
Council Chair,
Yes,
do you
Councilman.
want me to say anything or no?
Well, we can't talk about the specific, I don't even know the specifics. on
So,
this.
under the Open Meetings Act, as I think
I think it's about-
we all know, items such as this are, should be discussed in a closed session. But number two, just to mention to the council, that decision on whether something should be in a closed session is made prior to now, when it's brought to the city council.
Correct.
So it's just a pro forma. I'm sure, the mayor and the city attorney, they're all familiar with the Open Meetings Act and what should be in a open session, should be in a closed session. It's not something that we should be debating, just before the meeting. If somebody has any questions, they can call beforehand.
Sure, thank you.
Well, Council Chair, then all's fair game at this meeting, this closed session. Because it doesn't specify anything, so anything
Well-
police is fair game at this closed session.
I don't know if we can necessarily say that. I can tell you it's something, I had to pull up my emails, and I don't want to stop the meeting to pull up the
I
emails,
was gonna
but
go back and get
I
mine.
can tell you in the emails that were coming in, it was in regards to evaluations of members of, specific members of the police department, requested by the police chief and the mayor.
Are these people in question going to attend?
Yeah, they'll be there,
The people, the officers?
is what I was told, yes.
It's my understanding that city council does no evaluation of police officers.
And
That's-
that is correct, but again, I'd have to pull up the email to read to you the specifics. I don't have them in front of me here.
Well, like I say, this meeting, then I'll bring up a couple of things I want to about the police department personnel. Also, thank you.
Okay.
I'm not in favor of this meeting. It's another vague, we had this happen once before, and we don't know what we're gonna talk about. We always know what we're gonna talk about before a closed session.
Maybe our
Okay.
corporation counsel can give us some insight.
I think the answer was clear, that we've already identified evaluation and personnel issues. Now, I haven't seen anything in the last year, but you go into more details beforehand for a closed session. And I think as city council pointed out correctly, there are times to raise these issues rather than right when we're going into the meeting.
Okay. Any other questions on this? I'm trying to pull it up right now on my phone, Councilman, but obviously, I don't want to hold up the meeting while I'm trying to pull up something on my phone. But you're welcome to address this at the beginning of the closed session, and we can go from there. Keep in mind, let's just use a hypothetical here. If, let's just say, for the sake of argument, Councilman, your argument is correct, that it not be into a closed session, you want to start this meeting by stating that, and you prove it, then obviously we could shut down the closed session
And bring it up to an
and bring it up to an open meeting. Following the criteria,
I can go get
obviously.
you the email.
I'm sorry?
I can go get you the email.
I just don't
If
want to
you'd
delay
like.
things.
No,
while
I
we're
mean, you go ahead
recording.
and I can go back and give it
Yeah.
to you if you want.
Who was the email sent to?
The email was sent to myself as a council chair by, from my best of my recollection, by the mayor and police chief. The mayor would be obviously, oh, he's right there. Do you mind coming in? Maybe you could answer this a little bit better. So Councilman Wenzel, Councilman the mayor is here, so I just ask him directly? I don't want to either go between.
Well, what the specifics are on this closed session? It's a general issue of anything can be brought up during this meeting?
As I said, we don't have to go into the specifics, but we've given the general areas, which is personnel issue, evaluation, and issues that fall under the Open Meetings Act.
It's been determined that this is an issue that qualifies for a closed session by who?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Council Chair. And again, we can vote if Councilman Wenzel wants to vote no, but this is something that should have been addressed long before, right now.
Okay. All right, so Madam Clerk, can you please take roll call?
Yes. Dave Abdallah,
Yes.
Hassan Ahmad,
Yes.
Mo Betoon,
Yes.
Nancy Breyer,
Yes.
Robert Constant,
Yes.
Tom Wenzel.
No.
Motion carries 5-1.
Okay, motion carried. Thank you very much. So at this particular point, we're going to go ahead and go into a closed session per the vote. I do want to let members of the audience know that are here and on Zoom, per the email from the chief and the mayor, this is going to be roughly 60 to 70, 80 minutes. So just giving you guys at least a heads up. We'll be coming back to an open meeting. We will go ahead and make whatever decision it is from there. Okay? So at this point, we'll go ahead and close off the special meeting. Not close it off, but put on hold until we go into our closed session. Any other questions? Okay? Thank you. Motion to get back into an open session.
Council Chair,
Councilman?
I move that the Dearborn Heights City Council return to an open session at 6:25 PM.
Second.
Okay, motion made by Councilman Ahmad and seconded by Councilman Constant. Any discussion on that? Okay. Just quickly, for those in the audience, we do have to apologize to you that we had a closed session that was supposed to take about 60 to 90 minutes, but unfortunately, it took a little longer than that. I apologize, but we had no choice. So we're back on track. We'll go ahead and close off this meeting and then start off the regular city council meeting.
Council Chair,
Okay,
Council
so
Chair?
with
Council
one
Chair?
second.
we got to vote on that last
That's what
one.
I'm saying, yeah. So any discussions on that? Hearing none, all in favor, please state aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, motion carried. Next item on the agenda is adjournment
Motion
of
to
the
adjourn.
special meeting.
Motion to adjourn the special meeting, Council Chair?
Motion to adjourn the special meeting by Councilman Baidoon, seconded
Second.
by,
Second.
second by Councilman Constant. Any discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor, please state aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it, and the Dearborn Heights City Council special meeting will be adjourned at 6:26 PM.